The Royal Ghost and Skeleton Army evolutions have come out, so today, I will be ranking every evolution from worst to best. Let's go. Starting the F tier is the Goblin Drill evolution. This one did get a slight buff in the last set of balance changes, but it's still horrible. It's the only evolution that makes the card worse than its normal version. It has seen some usage over the past month thanks to the Evo Snowball and Poison, but it's still F tier. Next in the F tier is the Evolved Barbarians. These are good on some Lava Hound decks, but their abilities are weak and it doesn't justify using them. The problem is, you need to play normal barbs to get the Evo, and they are horrible. The extra movement speed and hit speed are very underwhelming compared to some other Evos. Closing off F tier is the Evolved Wizard. This one is only used in mid-ladder because it's good at dealing with all the swarms that are played there. You also have to play the normal wizard first, and the shield that comes with the Evo doesn't bring much value either. Starting the C tier is going to the Be-Evolved Bomber. This evolution has fallen off hard and it can't hit units twice anymore. It doesn't justify using a whole evolution slot, and it's hard to find a time where it will actually be useful. It also gets countered easily, but the arrows, and they are very popular. Next in the C tier is going to be the Evolved Hunter. After the rework, it has fallen off and it no longer perm stuns units. The Vine spell does what the Evo Hunter does, but for one less elixir, so there's not much point using him. It's still good in Royal Giant and a few other decks, but it's very lackluster. Next is going to be the Evolved Zap. This one has also fallen off a bit, and it's only used in Lava Hound and other beatdown decks. It's a great counter to the Inferno Tower and Inferno Dragon. And with the Vine spell in the game, the Evo Zap has seen a drop in usage, and it's only used in certain decks. Next in the C tier is the Evolved Goblin Barrel. This Evo isn't used much even in bait, because other Evos like the Knight and Ice Spirit are a lot better. The second barrel can do some damage if tanked for, but most of the time it's easy to deal with. It's a very situational evolution, so it's C tier. Next is the Evolved Battle Ram. This deck is only good in bridge spam, and bridge spam only. But if the opponent doesn't have a building or a reset in cycle, then it can be annoying to deal with. But most of the time it gets countered easily, and the Evo Barbs don't help much either. Next, of course, is Evolved Skeletons. I know they are only one elixir, but it's hard to get value from them now that there are only 3 of them. They get taken care of by any spell, and they are just easy to counter. But if the opponent doesn't have any spell, then they can counter big units like the P.E.K.K.A. Next in the C tier is the Evolved Archers. These are only good in Expo right now, but they are very good in that deck. They can be used in some other decks because they are very solid on defense if tanked for. But the arrows do counter them effectively, so I can't rank them higher. And lastly in the C tier is the Evolved Mega Knight. This one is only used in mid-ladder because it's easy to counter. Sometimes the Evo is even worse than the normal version on offense because of the knockback. Only mid-ladder players complain about it, and it's not used on the pro scene at all. Starting the B tier is the Evolved Dart Goblin. This Evo did get a big nerf about a season ago, but it's still usable. It's still good in bait because if you can bait a spell, the Evo Dart Goblin will get a lot of value. He does a lot of damage, and the poison area is great against big pushes. The only downside is it's easy to deal with. Next in the B tier is the Lumberjack evolution. This evolution can be strong, but it's inconsistent. It can bring a lot of value when paired with Balloon or Golem, because the Ghost can chip down defenses. But I wouldn't invest in this evolution since it's pretty situational outside of Lumberloon. Next is the Evolved Goblin Cage. This is very good against beatdown decks, but beatdown isn't in the best spot right now. It can do a good job against some win conditions and tanks, but it's still useless against air and ground. It's good in recruits and some Lava Hound decks, but not much outside of that. Next is the Evolved Mortar. This is much better than the regular mortar because the Goblin is great for putting pressure on the enemy. It can also get some extra tower damage and distract defenses. It's very annoying to play against, and it adds more stress to a push. Next in the B tier is Electro Dragon Evolution. This Evo is only good in Golem and Elixir Golem, but it's very good in those decks. The chaining can help get rid of defenses and it hard counters Inferno decks. It's not what it used to be, but it's still solid, and it only takes 1 cycle to get. Next is the Evolved Ice Spirit. This Evo has fallen of a bit after the nerf, but it's still solid. It can allow your win conditions or troops to get an extra hit on the tower with the double freeze. It's very good against beatdown, but we will probably see less of it with the Evolved Inferno Dragon at the top, which means it's struggling to find place in the meta. Next, of course, is the Evolved Firecracker. She is only good in Hog EQ, but she's very good in that dex. Even though it's annoying, it's hard for Supercell to nerf her because then she will be completely killed. She's good on defense because her attack covers such a large area, but arrows can deal with her easily. Next is the Evolved Knight. This Evo is very solid in Bait Dex and X-Bow because he becomes so tanky and he can tank for the supporting units. It's also very good in Splash Yard because it pairs well with the Baby Dragon evolution, and it's such an effective mini-tank. Next is the Evolved Bats. The Bats very good in Minor and Mega Knight decks. If you don't have arrows, they are very scary to play against unless you have ultra-fast reaction time. But they are falling off because of the Baby Dragon evolution, and many players prefer the minions at the moment. Next in the B tier is Royal Giant Evolution. This Evo has been hurt a lot because the Monk and the Evo Hunter have been nerfed, but it's still mechanically strong and the knockback can allow it to get more hits on the tower. I still think it's worth investing in, especially if you play Royal Giant. Before we continue, please subscribe so we can hit 10,000 subs as soon as possible. And as always, thank you for watching. Next in the B tier is the Evolved Witch. This one had fallen off after the nerf, but it's still strong. Even though she can't heal from outside skeletons, her own skeletons heal her a lot and she still spawns a decent amount. She has lost synergy with Graveyard and Skeleton Barrel, but she can still hold her own. Next is the Evolved P.E.K.K.A. This Evo is so strong with Goblin Giant because the combo is so tanky. Even though she doesn't heal much from small units, she heals quite a lot from tanky troops, which increases her survivability. It's been getting better and better every season, and Supercell really needs to nerf it. Next in the B tier is the Evolved Snowball. This Evo is single-handedly making Goblin Drill a good win condition right now. But it's also good in so many other decks because it can drag defenses away to get your units to the tower. Definitely invest in it because it's very versatile. Next is the Evolved Tesla. This Evo is one of the best defensive units in the game, and it can get a lot of value. The stun is so good in stopping pushes or dealing with swarms. It has seen more usage recently to counter the Evo Baby Dragon, and it's even replacing the cannon in some decks. And lastly in the B tier is the Evolved Musketeer. This one has a lot of outplay potential, and you can snipe key defenses from across the map. It's strong right now because of Minor Loon Cycle, but it can be used in other decks. But if you face a swarm though, the Musketeer will be useless. Starting the A tier is the Evolved Royal Recruits. These men can put so much pressure on the opponents and they are annoying to face. There are some bad matchups though, but most of the time you can keep spamming them and the opponent will not be able to breathe. Next is the A tier is the Evolved Valkyrie. Everyone knows how good this thing is on defense, but many underestimate her offensive potential. She can drag defenses away from your main win condition with her ability. It does take skill though, because you don't want to pull units close to your tower. Next is the Evolved Wall Breakers. Similar to Valkyrie, these are very underrated on defense because the first explosion does so much damage. If you don't have a building in cycle, they will be hard to stop because log or arrows won't do the trick. They are so versatile and can be played in so many decks. Next is the Evolved Executioner. This Evo can single-handedly take care of entire pushes on his own. The knockback and damage boost is so good, and it can defend any unit in the game. It also counters the Evo Baby Dragon and the Lava Hound and Graveyard decks it's used in. Next, of course, is the Evolved Cannon. This is the best defensive building in the game, and it's so versatile. It's so cheap, making it easy to cycle to the evolution. It's also good on offense because you can predict swarms or knockback units. The bomb radius was nerfed, but it's still solid. Next is the Evolved Skeleton Barrel. Because of the Evo Witch nerf, the Skeleton Barrel has dropped off a bit, but it's still good in a lot of bait decks. Similar to the Wall Breakers, if you don't have a building in cycle, it will almost always get damage. Another thing is the Evo Baby Dragon will hurt the Skeleton Barrel more, so it's A tier. Next is the Furnace Evolution. This Evo had been nerfed on 4 separate occasions, but it's still A tier. It's still good in Graveyard, Beat Down, and even some bridge spam decks, which shows how versatile it is. It's nowhere what it used to be, but it's very solid. And lastly, in the A tier is going to be the Evolved Skeleton Army. This just got released, so don't take my opinion on it. It looks very strong, and half the cards that counter the normal Skeleton Army won't counter the Evo. I'm still uncertain on how good this will be, so we will have to see. Starting the S tier is the Evolved Inferno Dragon. This Evo is the sole reason why Beatdown is suffering right now. The ability to charge up his Inferno and transfer it to other cards is so strong. It does get countered by the same cards though, so it still has weaknesses. Next is another new evolution in Royal Ghost. Again, don't take my opinion on this, but spawning 2 generals when he attacks when he is invisible seems broken. This was recorded before it's released, so I don't know how much damage or health the generals get, but 2 extra men sounds broken to me. Next in the S tier is the Evolved Baby Dragon. As you know, this one is fundamentally broken and it has changed the game since its release. It slows down enemy troops, which speeding up your own, which is so broken, and it has so many good combos. And the best evolution goes to the Goblin Giant. This one is completely tearing up the arenas. The main reason is because it pairs so well with the P.E.K.K.A, and that deck is so hard to stop. It does tons of damage, has a lot of health, and it's so hard to stop, which is why I ranked it number 1. And that is every evolution ranked from worst to best. If you want to push trophies, I recommend this video where I reveal the best 15 decks to reach 15,000 trophies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.